Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. What's up, guys? What's up, everybody? Let's give it some time. Maybe play some fun music. Give it some time so that people show up. Everybody shows up. Everybody says hi. We are watching, as we have watched yesterday as well. We're watching Fabi's games from the Grand Chess Tour, the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz. We're not drinking any tea today because I haven't made my tea, but probably I'm going to make some tea during the break, during the next break. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. I see people slowly pouring in. Hey, everybody, how's it going? The Bookworm, hello. Hey, Matt, what's up? What's up? All right, what do we have, guys? So yesterday, was quite interesting. The games were quite interesting. Definitely, if you remember that game, first game against Wesley was kind of crazy. Fabi played a really nice, really good game, and then unfortunately wasn't able to convert. Made a mistake in the last moment, and the karma kind of bounced back in the last round against Le Quang. Pretty bad game overall, but managed to pull through. Remember that Rook C7, crazy move. Rook C7, very nice sequence by Fabi from a losing position, from a pretty bad position. Okay, I wouldn't call it necessarily losing, but from a practical perspective, this was very close to losing. I'm not gonna lie. But he managed to turn it around. A lot of crazy things are happening at this at this St. Louis Rapid and Blitz. Sam lost yesterday against Anish, an exchange up. He flagged in the last game of the round, last game of the day, in fact. That was some sort of a black magic situation. But here we go. Day 3, last day of Rapid at the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz. Round 7, 8, and 9. We are in round 7 right now. The games have indeed started, and we will be following mostly Fabi's games. Hey, hello, everybody. Hello. Come on in. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Let's see what happened. All right, so Fabi started with what he's been playing quite a lot recently, which is the Italian. Bishop c4, Bishop c5. He played, I believe, 5 Italians. Maybe all Italians at the US Championship. I'm trying to remember exactly, but he played a lot of Italians. Let's just put it that way. He played a lot of Italians at the US Championship. He's continuing that trend today against Sam Sevian in the first round. And I'm trying to remember, did they actually play against each other, the Italian? No. Okay, against Sam, he in fact played the English. He played c4 at move 1, and he did get a pretty good position at the US Championship. Now he's switching things up a little bit, trying the Italian, which used to be considered gioco piano, which means the slow game in Italian. But nowadays, not so slow, baby. Not so slow. In fact, it's I have to say, there's so much theory in the Italian. Hello, everybody. Knight d2, castle, d4, and everything is so confusing. Black can play in a lot of ways. White can play in a lot of ways as well. So there's and everything is very sharp. In fact, it looks quiet, but it gets sharp. It gets very, very sharp. I'm doing well. We just released a cool video. I think you guys will like it. About Fabi's 7-0 crazy historical performance at the 2014 Sinquefield Cup. Because we are approaching the Sinquefield Cup. The Sinquefield Cup is starting in 5 days from now, on the 21st. After this tournament is finished, a couple of days of rest, and then the Sinquefield Cup starts. So we figured we'll give you guys a bit of an insight into maybe one of the most not, I mean, obviously it was historical, but I would say probably the strongest performance in an elite level tournament. I want to say in history. This was the highest rated tournament in history with an average FIDE rating of 2802. 2802. We generally have somebody that lowers, at least somebody that lowers the average in any given tournament, any given elite tournament. But this was everybody was around, around 2800. And with Fabi and Magnus over 2820, 2830, that average increased. Do you look at all games or just Fabi's games? Generally, mostly Fabi's games, but if we do have something else happening, I will shuffle around. You know what? Since Fabi's thinking right now after Bishop C7 last move, we'll be looking at some other games as well. By the way, this is a cool one. MVL versus Ray Robson. We have an English. Everybody seems to be targeting Ray in the English. We've seen Fabi target Ray in the English. He did, in fact, get a very good position against him. And now he's getting targeted by MVL as well. Look, for a good reason. I mean, look at the clock. Knight d5, which is a very standard move. e4, knight h4, castle, a3, bishop c5, bishop g2, d6. This is all very standard stuff. Castle, rook e8. And right now, Ray has 13 minutes against 24 minutes. So, look, if my opponent spends so much time, and I remember the game against Fabi, he was very much down on time as well. Maybe 10, 11 minutes down on time at move 10. Something along those lines. That's a huge time advantage. So it seems like everybody's targeting Ray in the English. Rook to e8, I'm expecting something along the lines of e3, b4, try to target bishop on b4, perhaps maybe even b4 right now. Why I wanted to play e3 first is that b4, bishop d4 is somewhat unpleasant. I really don't like this, and now maybe even a5. a5 will create a space for the bishop, but also I think I can go back to e5. I think I can go, and that's the thing. Yeah. That's we were discussing this yesterday. Ray just goes completely ballistic when he has less than a minute on his clock. He gets so much better. Like, he becomes a completely different player. He plays the best moves in the position with few seconds on his clock. Okay, we'll let him stew. Who else do we have? Wesley versus Jan, two players that are definitely struggling. I would say Wesley, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is in his last place right now. Yes, last place. Jan, not very much ahead, 2.5 points. So definitely two players that are struggling. -2 for Wesley, -1 for Jan. And what's happening in this one? Started from the beginning. Okay. Some Rui Lopez. Rui Lopez with his bishop a4, bishop e7, waiting for you to put the bishop on e7, and then bishop takes e6. Okay. So now we see the battle, yeah? The very typical battle in the Rui Lopez. Two bishops versus a better pawn structure. That's a very typical structure in the Rui Lopez, especially in the exchange Rui Lopez, and sometimes in the anti-Berlin with d3. We see bishop takes e6 very often in that case. So this is the type of position that we get from, the type of structures that we get from those type of situations. So what do we have right now? All right, I see the two bishops. I really like the two bishops. I don't see a lot of problems, and to be honest, my knights are kind of stuck. This knight not really having a lot of squares to go to. In fact, a4, c5 would be a very nice route for the knight. That's not happening anytime soon. I see this bishop finding a very nice diagonal, and c5 is coming. I think black is better. I actually think black right now is enjoying a nice advantage, which is kind of funny. So Wesley doing well in this one. Jan still blitzing out his moves. That's his trademark. He loves to blitz out his stuff. So that's what we have right now. And how about Ali Reza versus Lequang? Let's move to this one as well. Ali Reza versus Lequang, two players that are doing quite well in the event. Especially, okay, Ali Reza, 50%. 50%. He had a good first day, beat Fabi, in fact. Finished on +1, -1 in the second day, and right now he's on 50%. Playing against not the leader, but somebody who was the leader for a very long time. Lequang was having a good event. Unfortunately for him, he lost against Fabi in the last round yesterday. So what do we have here? What do we have here is the question. Oh, by the way, I forgot to put some music. We were supposed to have some music. Let me see if I can find that. Let's see if we can find some music. STL Rap. There we go. How's the volume on that? How's the volume on that? Fabi's better at Blitz than Rapid? I'm not sure about that. I mean, he's good at... I would say Blitz is definitely something that he got much better at. Increasingly better at. So yeah, he's definitely good at it. Rapid is the same. I mean, sure, if you would have told me 3 years ago that Fabi's classical is much better than his Blitz and Rapid, I would definitely believe you. Yes, I would say yeah, absolutely, 100%. Nowadays, I understand classical is probably his preferred time control, but he's very good at all three. Very good at all three. Just came from the latest podcast. It was great. Thanks. Yeah, we're trying some new formats. We're trying to give you guys as much production value as possible, and put together cool videos for you. So I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Glad you enjoyed it. All right, so let's get back to Fabi's game. This one is still in its early stages. I would say it's very, very equalish. And the bar agrees with me. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So let's go back to Fabi. Whoa. Okay, you guys need to keep me on my toes. You guys need to tell me when something like this happens. Hey, Harry. Cool centrists. Well, we did that for a couple of reasons. First of all, the Singfield Cup is coming up. It's a cool event. I love the Singfield Cup. And obviously everybody knows about the 2014 Singfield Cup. It was a cool blast from the past for me as well. To look through the footage of the 2014 Singfield Cup was definitely a treat. Was an amazing treat. So it was cool to see that. Okay, let's see what happened. Bishop c7, bishop a3, so Fabi's increasing the pressure on the d file. Also, you know, you don't have ideas of queen e7, which would be a way to continue your development with black. Knight h5, bishop f1, black is trying to go to f4, try to put some pressure on the bishop. This is a very nice retreat, and that's why he waited a little bit with the very typical knight f1. He waited a little bit. Would you consider playing any chess tournaments in the future? Of course. I always love playing. Don't get me wrong. What I don't have as much is time. And I did play during the summer. I was somewhat stuck in Europe in between the GCT events and trying to get back to the US, because I just got my citizenship and my green card got taken away. And waiting for my passport, I got stuck in Europe waiting for my American passport. I couldn't use my Romanian passport to get back in. So I played the tournament in Tenerife at the end of June, beginning of July, or the end of July, beginning of August. I don't remember exactly. Those months are kind of getting mushed in my head. But it was a very cool event. Didn't do very well, but it was a very cool event, and I always enjoyed playing. There's not that much pressure, to be honest, anymore, because I'm not a professional chess player. I don't consider myself a professional chess player anymore. I'm a chess professional. I'm not a professional chess player anymore. I don't make my living playing chess. Bishop to b8. Okay, so this is what we have right now. I have to say, this bishop on b8 makes a very funny impression. Very funny impression. I'm not going to call it bad, but it makes a very funny impression. By the way, I'm going to add something. Let me see if I can do that right now. Let me just do something. Really quick. Really quick. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. There we go. That's the link to our mini series about the Sinkfield Cup that we've been chatting about. We've been discussing about. So once this is over, or you can watch it right now if you want. But if you guys want to check it out. And we do have, I haven't announced this yet here, but I did announce it in our Discord. If you guys are looking to get in Discord, you can check that out as well. I think the link should be in the description somewhere, and if it's not, let me know and I'll give it to you. But we will do a giveaway for the Sinkfield Cup. We will do a giveaway. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna, give me 1 sec. Alright, so the giveaway is going to be at the end of the Sinkfield Cup. At the end of the Sinkfield Cup, we will be picking one of the best, well, the best comment that we receive on this mini series on YouTube. This is a YouTube exclusive. We don't have it on Spotify. We don't have it on the other podcast places. And the best comment, we'll see. Well, look, it is going to be very subjective, so you might win it, you might not. Probably you're not going to win it. Point being, the winner of the best comment in the next two videos, this one that I just posted, and the next one, which is going to be our mini series about the 2014 Sinkfield Cup, is going to receive, is going to win a signed copy of this. It's a big book. It's really big. It's called the Sinkfield Cup, celebrating 5 years. So this is a 2017 book, celebrating 5 years, 2013 to 2017. So this is a bit of an older book, but it's a very cool book. Very, very cool book. It's the perfect gift for any chess lover. as we are entering the holiday season. And it's going to be signed by me and Fabi. And it includes the story and some stories about the 2014 Cup as well. So I haven't announced exactly, and we haven't decided exactly what the ways to win it is, but it's very easy. I mean, you don't have to do much. All you have to do is go and leave the best comment that you can think about on the next 2 videos. So you don't have to do it right now, you can do it in the next video. Obviously, it's going to help your cause and your chances to win. If you post 2 good comments, one in this one and one in the next one, or maybe more comments in this one. The more comments you look, infinity, you can post as many comments as you want. Point being, we're going to choose. I'm going to get together with Fabi at some point, and then we're going to try to choose somebody. We're going to pick at the end of the Singfield Cup, and we're going to send this beautiful book, signed, sealed, and delivered to the best comment. So most likely, the rules of participation will be that you have to be a subscriber to the channel. Queen to F3. Why is the engine really hating this move? Why is the... Okay, I understand the idea. You have sometimes things of this nature, G3 and then looking towards the pawn on F7. The question is, and my guess is, why the engine doesn't like it is most likely because you go something like Queen G5. Is that it? Nope. You see this? I mean, this is what I mean when I'm saying that sometimes the engine just makes fun of us. Queen G5 perhaps loses because of Bishop C1. Is that it? Yeah, Bishop C1 actually just finishes the game. That's a nice, good looking move. D5. Could that be it? Yes, that might be it. No. Queen F3 looks like a very natural move. Don't get me wrong. But for whatever reason, the engine just hates it. So Queen G5 is not the move. Maybe Queen F6? No, Queen F6 is not the move either. Maybe King H2 now, and followed by G3 ideas. That could be problematic. Bishop C1, also an idea. Yeah, he played D5. This might have been the move. Though computer is still saying that white has some advantage. I'm just trying to figure out how. So let's try to figure out. Let's try to use our collective brain, chat. Chat and I try to use our collective brain and come up with good things. That's always easier said than done. Rook A D1. Okay, let's try it out. Rook A to D1. Just to get this out of the way, I don't think you want to take this for the simple fact that I don't think you necessarily take on E4, though perhaps this is a good move as well. What I thought is you just take on C4, but I guess taking on E4 is even better. Taking on E4 is even better. And then you're going to take on C4, you're going to recapture, regain, and restore the material balance. And at the same time be a pawn. Well, actually, you're going to be a pawn up. The pawn on B6 is also a weakness. The bishop gets a new life via D6. Bishop that was completely killed before, right? So queen takes f4 out of the question. Rook a d1 makes the most sense, to my eyes as well. Did he make a move? Hasn't made a move yet. But Rook a d1 makes the most sense to my eyes as well. Why are you not in St. Louis? Because I'm not. I cannot be in St. Louis all the time. I'm not in St. Louis right now. I'm at home. I'm with my team at the university, doing training, getting ready for the Collegiate Chess League semifinals and finals. We have the Pan Americans coming up at the beginning of next year as well. So we have some competitions to get ready for. And we also have a lot of fun stuff with the podcast going on. But yeah, I'm not in St. Louis. I will be next year, but for this year I'm done. For this year is the US Championship was my last commentary for the year. I think, unless something comes up, which I'm not anticipating, unless something like maybe a World Rapid and Blitz situation comes up, then that was my last commentary for the year. He did not play. What? Really? He took on f4? Okay, I'm trying to understand. What does he want after this? The only thing that makes sense is to actually sacrifice the queen. I think he wants to sacrifice the queen, guys. Like do something like this or take on e4 and play against the bishop. I think this is what he wants to do. He wants to sacrifice the queen. Fabi's going to sacrifice the queen. He's going to do a Bote's Gambit. Queen f3, queen takes f4. The last couple of moves are given a question mark by this ruthless engine. But how bad is it, is the question. How bad really is it? What would you guys say? What would you guys say? Again, if you take on c4, I think this is fine. I really think that rook a d1, something along those lines, which is maybe queen e3 followed by f4 and e5. Yeah, I think this is it. Queen e3 and now f4, e5. Could you talk a little bit about top players playing so many closed tournaments? Seems like they are able to protect their high rating by rarely risking opens. No, I think that's a faulty understanding. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. A lot of the players are playing in open tournaments as well. A lot of the players, I mean, I can only think of a few that, let's say, protect their rating. But even if you look at, for example, the Grand Swiss, Fabi did well in terms of rating. Maybe lost 1 rating points, maybe gained 1 rating point. I don't remember exactly how he finished. But even in open tournaments, you still see, for the most part, all the top players at the forefront. Hikaru. Of course, now you have an influx of a new generation which is posing some serious problems, but they will be posing those serious problems and they will be invited to closed events as well. You still have to prove yourself in closed events as well. There's absolutely no way that if you play badly, you're going to be able to protect your rating by playing only closed events. I mean, you are playing against the best players in the world. They will punish you if you play bad chess. At the same time, there's a rite of passage that you have to go through as you move up the rankings. As you move up the rankings, there's a rite of passage. And everybody did it. Fabi did it as well to get to that elite level, to get those invitations. Like Fabi was playing 100 games as he was moving from 2700 to 2800 and above. He played hundreds of games per year. I mean, he was playing a lot. And these are classical games. He was going from open tournament to open tournament. That's the rite of passage that you have to go through. And then you make it to that next level. And then you get the invitations. And then if you're good enough, you're going to maintain that. And especially nowadays with so many classical events happening, there's very few open tournaments that provide the incentives necessary to sway one of these elite level guys to play in. There's a few though. I mean, look at Qatar Masters. Magnus played, Hikaru played. Look at Grand Swiss, so many players, right? That's already 2 events. 2 events per year. That takes away 2 months of your time, right? It's like 2 weeks events. You have to prepare, you have travel, a month, let's say, each in terms of prep and play time and travel time as well. So I would say, and you can see it. I mean, look, MVL is having a bad time. MVL is having a bad time. He's down. He's not gonna get his invitation to the Grand Chess Tour if he stays on the same rating. Grand Chess Tour is a very, very correct system. They invite the top 8. I believe it's the top 8 by URS system. Whoever declines next in line, etc., etc. And the URS system is the system that includes all 3. And perhaps this is a cool thing nowadays that we're having so many Rapid and Blitz events. It includes classical Rapid and Blitz in its system. The universal rating system is called. So you get the top from that, which are the best players on the planet. Everybody wants to see the best players on the planet. And then you have wildcards as well. You have a wildcards component as well. This is the live position, yes. Actually, no, never mind. What am I talking about? Sorry. This is not the live position. I got I got a little bit concerned. I got a little bit swayed by our conversation. We were having a fun conversation. But yes, again, it's all about the incentives. And yes, I'm sure Qatar Masters provided some good incentives for the top players. This is the live position. Appearance fees, there's a component of appearance fee, there's a component of good prize fund, and there is a component of Magnus right now, since he's not necessarily he's playing for the love of the game only. Like everybody loves, all of these top players love the game. But Magnus right now, it feels like he's playing only for the love of the game. And that's a cool thing. That's really a cool thing. I mean, he's set. Financially, he's set. He has plenty of business ventures. He doesn't have to worry about the money. Money is not... I mean, I'm sure it is part of the consideration, but not even remotely similar to the amount that it is for other players. The percentage that it's for other players when it comes to making a decision. So Magnus is kind of out of the question. Hikaru is the same. I mean, Hikaru, and he says this all the time, he's a streamer first and foremost. That's his main job. So again, he can play also solely for the purpose and aim and for the love of the game. So you get these 2 players, Hikaru and Magnus, and then everybody else kind of doesn't have that component at the elite level in chess. Doesn't, you know. So you will have to provide the incentives. Magnus's legacy, yeah, I mean, his legacy is pretty solid. Yeah, 5 World Championship defenses, 5 titles, beautiful. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. It doesn't really matter what he does next. He's still very good, right? I mean, he's still going to be up there in terms of GOAT discussion. He's going to be up there. Even if he quits chess right now, he's still going to be up there. He won everything in chess. There's no, I mean, you know, there's no fighting against the numbers and the titles. Plus huge investments. Yes, again, we touched upon this. He has his eyes set on other things as well. Like now he sold his company, sold Chess24. to Play Magnus Group, basically everything under the Play Magnus Group umbrella. Sold that chess.com, probably made a good penny out of that. Financially set. Now he has this new company, Fantasy Chess, right? That should be interesting. What do you guys think of Fantasy Chess? Did you guys try it out? Haven't tried it out yet. But I like the concept. I've talked to him a little bit about it during Norway, during the closing ceremony in Norway. He seemed excited about it. It's a very interesting concept. I'm curious to see how chess is going to welcome that, whether it's going to welcome that. Oh sure, yeah, no, I mean, Hikaru being a world champion, yeah, that would help his business. I mean, Hikaru is very business oriented in his mindset, I can tell you for sure. So yes, being a world champion, I mean, you can't. First of all, that's going to be part of the legacy of any player. Every single chess player out there at the top dreams about becoming a world champion. Wait, what do we have here? So Queen f3, Rook e4, proposing this rook trade, and at the same time you take on e4, I take on b6. Okay, this is a bit tricky right now. Do you take on b6 actually? Wait. I don't think you take on b6. You're getting checkmated if you take on b6. So you cannot do that. Check, and this has to be a checkmate somehow. Not sure exactly how. Probably bishop f8. You cannot go to h7. Check. That's a mate. Cannot go to g8. That's a queen. At least. Probably I have more than that. And if you go up, this has to be a mate, right? Check. Where's the mate? I can probably just play something like this. Never mind. That would be pretty bad because of queen f2. So where's the win? Probably just queen f6. Yeah, this is gonna be a mate. It's gonna end in a mate. Fantasy chess. It's like fantasy football. So he took on e4 and bishop to d6. Did not touch this pawn on b6. Now the position is starting to look very, very close to equal. The point being, and this is the tactical point behind why this works for black. If you go rook to d1, this loses after bishop to h2, or at least it's not a good position. And if you don't have bishop h2, then you lose as black. But bishop h2, a very typical pattern. Discovery check, pick up the rook on d1, and that's good. That's good for black. I mean, white still has some compensation. Bishop d4. Maybe if I manage to set up this this battery on the long diagonal, then I'm golden. But I'm probably not going to be able to do that. So black is fine. That's why Fabi says no. I want to play against your time. I want to prolong the game a little bit, and I'm going to go bishop to c1. What do you guys think of this move? What do you guys think of this move? Yes. Yeah, Stockfish makes fun of me quite often. I do whatever I want. I can sing, I cannot sing. If I want to sing, I'm going to sing. Don't tell me what to do. It's ridiculous. Don't sing. What do you mean by that? Bishop e3. Queen to f8 was, I think, was a good move. Because you also want to go bishop c5. So for example, bishop e3, bishop c5 is probably the move. You want to exchange this and then take the d or the e files. I'm not singing. No. Now I'm not singing. Now I'm not singing. I think it will be broadcasted. And actually during the break we're going to watch, because there's like a 20-minute break in between games. I'm going to make myself a tea once this game is over, and then we're gonna watch some footage of my opponents. We're gonna try to dissect my opponents. Guys, this is my first BJJ competition. This is actually nerve-wracking. This is actually nerve-wracking. How's the weight cut going? It's going. I hope I'm gonna make it. I hope I'm gonna make it. Like, I'm very close to it. And sometimes in the morning I hit that. But I'm not that good with and probably for a good reason. I'm not starving myself completely. Okay, queen f8. Bishop e3. I like bishop e3 just for the simple fact that you defend the pawn on b6. I need to be at 176. I wouldn't call friends with Hikaru. I mean, they've been competitors for so many years, and they still are. They still are very, very tough competitors. I think they're respecting each other's skills. I think they have a huge deal of respect for each other's skills. Yeah, bishop e3. Now we're expecting bishop c5. One thing that black can do wrong in the position is to play the very natural rook e8. I think queen c4. Now I'm starting to hope. Now I'm starting to hope. Because bishop c5 is not happening. You're not exchanging my bishop. And then rook to d1 is coming. I'm starting to have some pressure. A little bit of pressure. Not much. Just slight pressure. In general, there's not that many friendships at the top. There just simply aren't. I mean, they're, again, competitors. They respect each other. They respect their skills. But I wouldn't call them necessarily friends. Like, I don't think Magnus has any friends in chess at the elite, right? Yeah, this seems to be going towards a very quick draw in this one. Did you saw the infamous Hikaru backyard fighting? I mean, I'm in the video. I'm literally in the video. At some point when Hikaru comes in, he says, "Don't worry, Christian," or something like that. I was trying to help him. I was trying to kind of make sure everybody calms down. But yes, I was there. It was a funny one for sure. Yeah. This is how I think it's gonna end. Rook e8, rook d7, rook e7. Yeah, they're making a draw. But Aryan is not at top. Like, Aryan is not among the elite. He's a very strong grandmaster, but he's not among the elite. But okay, these players are grandmasters, yeah? But they're not at the elite level of chess. Like, Howell is, again, very strong grandmaster. But he's never been part of, I don't know, top 20 or something like that. I thought that's what you meant. But if you're encompassing, draw. Draw. We expected this more or less from afar. Not a result that satisfies Fabiano, for sure. Not a satisfying result. Let's keep going. Let's see what else is happening. Anish versus Jeffrey made a draw as well. MVL versus Ray Robson. That was a draw as well. So we have Ali Reza versus Lequan. Let's look at this one. Visha and Kramnik are friends. I don't know. Maybe they are. Have they always been friends, or did they become friends when one of them stopped competing? I don't know. I don't know either. Like, maybe they are friends. I don't know. Again, I don't know their relationship. Like Fabi and Levon are friends. There you go. I'll give you an example of friendship at the top. A very rare example. I would say Fabi and Levon are pretty good friends. Yes. They're friends. They're not only friendly, I would say they're friends. Yeah, usually this, I mean, look, the friendships do develop over time, but mostly at the point where somebody has taken a break or has stopped competing, or those two, let's say, friends, potential friends, have stopped competing on a regular basis against each other. I think that's the moment when friendships can flourish. Yes. And that happens. No, I'm sure they're in very good friendly relationships. I think so, yes. That boy Klaus, yes. Something non-copyright. Is that my boy Klaus? Klaus Schwab? That's my boy Klaus Schwab. In the thumbnail, right there. Yes. The profile pic. Nice profile pic. You will eat the bags. You will own nothing and be happy. Yes. His rivalry with Kramnik was definitely out there. And again, maybe at some point they became friends. Again, everybody respects each other very much at the top. Very, very much at the top. They have a great deal of respect for their skills. But friends, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of an exaggeration. Very few friends around there. Okay, how is this endgame, guys? This endgame looks fairly drawish. Yes, you go king f7, and to be honest, okay, you take this pawn, but it doesn't really matter that much, right? He took on h6. It doesn't really matter. I don't even know if I want to take this. I guess I'm gonna take this, yeah, and then I'm gonna try to make use of my majority on the queen side. Is there ASMR for over the wall blitz time scramble? No, there's no ASMR there. That's when we get hype. King h5. If anybody can win this, I feel it's black. For the simple fact that this king is kind of stuck on the h file. Like, you would love to be able to make use of your h pawn, but the king is in the way and it's kind of stuck. And right now I have ideas of starting to pick at your pawns. And if I manage to at some point put this majority into motion on the queen side, then it's only black that can win this. Also, take a look at the clock. Look at the clock. Magnus and Hans are Okay, you guys are baiting me. You guys are baiting me. Magnus and Haas are friends. Very funny. Very funny. Is Lequang my student? No. 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 No, Lequang is actually a head coach as well. We are head coaches at competing universities. He's the head coach at Webster University, following Susan Polgar's career as a head coach there. And I'm a head coach at the University of Missouri, Mizzou. So we're competing in the collegiate chess scene. Me and Hans are fine. Me and Hans are good. It's all good. Me and Hans are all good. Fabi drew his game. Fabi drew his game. Actually, everybody drew his game. Their respect. Oh, whoa. Jan is winning. Jan is winning. Okay, nice. You're not promoting that. You're a pawn up. And I have a feeling the king is very unsafe. Yeah, the king is very unsafe. That's the problem. The problem is I control... My king on h4 is very safe. Your king is very unsafe. Because I have ideas bishop f6, queen e7, queen c8, queen... Yeah, I have too many threats in the position. So I think Jan is actually winning this. Yeah, queen c8, king e7. Where's the checkmate? Where's the checkmate? Maybe queen c7? Yeah, we're playing the Panhouse. Playing the Panhouse with 2 teams, I think. Yeah, 2 teams. Let's give a check. I don't think you can go here. Check. Something bad is going to happen. I don't see it, but something bad is going to happen. Maybe queen f6. He played bishop c5. Okay. Ah, okay. So why is this so vicious? If you go here, for example, which he hasn't, he played king f5. Somewhat this doesn't feel good. Take. This is the position we have. King g6. Do you go f5? Ah, bishop d4 with... Oh, this is... Yeah, this is over. That's some sort of a checkmate is coming. Some sort of a checkmate somewhere is coming. Like, for example, if you try to defend like this, queen d5, that's checkmate in 2 moves along this diagonal. You don't have any checks, and this is what I was talking about when I said that white's king is so much safer. You guys are baiting. You guys are baiting. Oh wait, f5 is a checkmating threat. Okay, so Jan wins. Jan wins, and that makes it even worse for Wesley. Wesley's really struggling. Wesley's really struggling in this event. So Wesley's already on -3. That's not good. He's not. Something is wrong. Something is happening. Something is happening. Wesley has not been having a great year. I'm not sure what it is, but something is happening. Something is not going well for him. Yeah, Wesley's struggling right now. But how is this position? Okay, this should be very close to equality. Question is, who's playing for a win? Who's still trying? By the way, you cannot offer a draw. That's part of the regulations. Ding's next event is the Tattoo Steel. He was supposed to play the Singfield Cup, but he's not. You are being inflammatory, so I'm not gonna engage with you. Ridiculous questions. Yeah, Tattoo Steel. That's where he's playing. Fabi made a draw. So right now he's still on 50%. MVL still on +1. Anish. I thought Anish is on +2, but I guess he's not. Ray 4.5. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if these are correct, but they might be correct. This is the game of Ali Reza. Ali Reza with white versus Le Quang. Many times, Shashi. Again, I've never competed, so not in competition. But in training roles, yes. In training roles, for sure. So this is a position we have. Take on A4, we're expecting taking on A4. By the way, I guess this can happen, but this would only mean that white is playing for a win, and I have a feeling that it is black somewhat that's playing for a win. C5, knight B5. This is what we have. King F5. Was Magnus invited? I'm sure Magnus was invited. Magnus always gets invited to not to the Singfield Cup, but to the Grand Chess Tour in general as a full tour participant. He's always getting invited to that because he's the top of the rating list. That's what I'm saying. The invitations go based on whatever rating you have. So it's very correct. It's very fair in that regard. King E3. We're expecting something like, again, knight C5. In fact, knight D6 is coming. I'm surprised that he went for this, because now white is actually going to play for a win. Did he just miss? I think he just missed knight D6. I think he forgot about knight D6. He thought that he's going to go something like this. King D4 and try to make a draw like this. He didn't realize that knight D6, in fact, just takes a pawn. It's still a draw. It has to be a draw. It has to be a draw. But there's only one side that can win, and that is white right now. Most likely King G6. We're going to get this. We're going to get into this position. Then you're going to have to win with 2 versus 1. But I think it's tough. I think this is, yeah, this has to be a very easy draw. Like, they're going to go something like this. Knight C3 or knight C5. Try to go to D3. Give a check or take the pawn on F4. Yeah, this is over. Yeah. This is what they're going to do. Hello, Samart. Did he forget? Maybe, but luckily for him, the material is very reduced. He's not going to be in trouble. Just take, and then King H5, King H4. Go for the H3 pawn. And if white goes for, like for example, if white tries to go for the F pawn, I have a feeling that this is fine as well. And then I'm going to be able to sacrifice my knight for this pawn. Though you are starting to, like for example, even this, yeah? Boom, 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 boom. There we go. He went for knight C5. He's not even going to bring his king to H4. He's taking a more passive approach, which I don't know if I'm happy with. But I guess it makes some sense. Ah, yeah. You know what? It makes perfect sense. This is a very good move, very precise move, in fact. Because if you go knight C4, for example, now I go King H5. And if you go here, then I give you a check. And now I sacrifice. And now I go King H4 and I pick up the last pawn, and that's a draw. Yeah, okay, nice. Very precise defense by Le Quang. Now King to D4, and if you go King to F3 to try to defend the H3 pawn, then you're just simply not in time to defend everything because I go knight d3, f5, knight f4, pick up this pawn for free, and that's it. Okay, that's nice. Nice defense by Lequan. This is over now, yeah. King d4, knight d6, knight takes f4, king h4. Nice defense. Ah, he's going f5. I don't even know what f5 was. But Lequan already saw this idea. There's no way to defend the f5 pawn. No way to defend the f5 pawn. King e4 is going to be met by knight d6. And that concludes, in fact, after this draw, this concludes round 7. And again, a lot of draws. A lot of draws. Round 4 and 5 were only draws. And right now, round 6, as you can see, a bit more bloody. 4 decisive results in round 6. But round 7, only 1 decisive result. Only 1 decisive result. Jan won against Wesley. Can't say that's, yeah, I mean, for sure not anticipated, but Jan won against Wesley. Cool. All right, let's take a look at the standings before I go and make myself a tea. Ray Robson has won. Ray Robson has not won, sorry. Ray Robson is leading the event right now. 4.5 points. Anish, Maxime, and Lequan closely behind, 4 points. Fabi, Alireza, Jan on 5, 6, and 7 with 3.5. Jeffrey, Sam, and Jeffrey and Sam, 3 points. And Wesley, whew, really struggling. London Chess Classic field came out much weaker than usual. I don't think London Chess Classic is considered top event anymore, right? I don't know. I mean, London Chess Classic used to be a part of Grand Chess Tour, but they stopped being part of Grand Chess Tour. What's up, Shaggy? They stopped being part of the Grand Chess Tour. Not that much. First round of the last day of Rapid is done, and Jan beat Wesley. That was the only decisive result. Everybody else made the draw, and now we were just going through the standings. First edition since 2019. Yeah, it used to be a top event. Okay, actually, did they come out with something new? Let's see. Let's see what they came out with. I'm kind of curious. Where can I see this London Chess Classic? Oh, there it is. The London Chess Classic is back. Okay, all right. Chess Classic is back. That's interesting. Let's see if I can get that somewhere around here. See if I can get the Chess Classic. Boom. We can discuss that. There we go. Chess Classic. London Chess Classic is back. 13th edition runs December 1st through the 10th. 10-player rating average 2647. Gukesh Niemann. Really? Okay. Gukesh Niemann, Vityukov, Tabata Bey, Adams, Bartel, Volokitin, Musard, McShane, and Royal Shreyas. Okay. Alright, let's take a look what's happening. London Chess Classic 2023, Friday, December 1st to December 10th. Okay, this is a good event. This is a fun event. Not a top event, Not an elite event, but a fun event. It's definitely going to be fun. It's a good lineup. I'm a fan of the lineup. Hans, exciting. Gukesh, obviously very exciting. Vityukov, interesting new first let's say classical event, individual classical event since he joined England. So that's a story that you have to get behind as well. This kid, Shreyas, he's good. I've seen him at the Grand Swiss. He's good. He's good. Adams, always legend. Luke McShane, Olokitin, Musard, fun guy. Bartel, okay. I'm not sure how he made it into the list, but he's an interesting player. And Tabata Bay. Tabata Bay, definitely a very exciting guy as well, and he's close 2700, so it makes sense. Good buddies with Hans also. So there's some stories. There's definitely some stories, yeah. I don't know much more. And to be honest, it doesn't have too much information. You cannot actually press on this. It's gonna be very difficult to get to GM from 900 at 31. I'm not trying to break any bubbles. It's just going to be very difficult, if not impossible. I'm not gonna say impossible. Nothing is impossible, but I wouldn't focus on becoming a GM. My focus would be to just add new skills to my skill set and slowly improve. If you're thinking about becoming GM, you're going to get very disillusioned very quickly. Like you would be engaged in a feat that hasn't happened in the world of chess ever in the history, thousands of years. History of thousands of years. This is made for Gukesh farm rating. Are we sure? Are we sure about that? Yes. Yes. I think you would be much more successful making sure that everybody eats the bugs. Very interesting lineup. Interesting lineup, but I wouldn't call this. I would not call this an elite, a top elite level event. It's a good event. It's a good event. It's definitely a good event, but it's not an elite level event. Okay, that's cool. What's up, Alex? All right. In the meantime, this is the guy I'm facing. This is the guy in my bracket. All right, let's discuss this. Let's try to analyze my boy here. Zach Cram. There's a break right now. We haven't started. Whenever we start the next games, please let me know, okay? Anish versus Fabi. That's gonna be fun. Please let me know when they start. But for the moment, let's analyze this guy. This is the guy in my bracket. Zach Cram, blue belt. 19 wins in 2023. All right, let's see. 2023, keep in mind, this is my first competition. This is my first competition. He looks angry. He does look a little bit angry. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit intimidated. Slight intimidation. But we'll take him on. We'll take him on. Alright, win via submission. Win via points. In at blue belt. At the 2023 Texas State. I don't have any YouTube of this guy yet. But what I did see in my analysis is that he's been a blue for a while, but not for that long. Like he just became a blue. At the Arkansas Open, he was still a white. He was still competing at white. All right, let's see his match against Billy Chavez at white. All right. We're going to analyze Zach. All right, this is Zach. Zach is on the left with the black gi at white. Chat, please let me know what you notice. Let's do an analysis of Zach. Ankle locks in gi, that's going to be, I don't know. I'm not that good at ankle locks. I cannot say I'm proficient. I mean, I like to handle legs, but mostly in no gi. Okay, so Zach, my future opponent, is the guy in the black gi. And by the way, this is my opponent in no gi. So I'm facing this guy in no gi. I'm participating in both the gi and no gi. My first match is in no gi, and it's going to be against this guy. So actually, let's look at his no gi matches, because I think I've seen some. Yes, no gi. All right, no gi. Let's look at the no-gi match. All right, so this is the guy on the left. The guy on the left, the guy with the red rash guard, that's my opponent on Sunday. It's going to be on Sunday. Yes, it's very much legal. Very much legal and very much advised to choke him with his gi or your gi. If you can do that, yes. Doesn't happen very often. But, well, actually it does happen quite often. Alright. Good underhooks. He's trying to get the body lock. Oh! He got put down. Okay, so he got put down. He got a bit over ambitious on that body lock. Forgot about the underhooks. Now he's getting his underhooks and his... He's getting his half guard back, and now he's going for... Okay, nice prol by his opponent. Nice prol. Hard takedown. Yes, he's gonna... Okay. Oh no, he put him down. Alright, so once he got his body lock, he got to him. Now he's passing. Okay, now he passed. So he likes to play the body lock. Okay, he's a body locker. Well, he's in this case, this is a white belt competition. So yes, I'm sure he made some mistakes. But that's an interesting one. Okay, he's trying to pass. No moves yet, so we're not missing anything. So now basically what he has to do is get this leg. Get a leg that it's on his head. Do this. And pass on that side. Let's see if he does it. That's where he has to pass. Yes, he's doing the right thing. He's passing on that side. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. He shrugged his leg away, and now he's taking his back. Now he's taking his back. Yeah, I think he's gonna finish him right now. He's getting the choke. Yeah, this was in August or like 4 months ago. Okay, he got a tap. Yeah, he's decent. He's decent. Oops, what did I do? Yeah, he's decent. Yeah, the black belts are completely different. I mean, I occasionally spar. I mean, I spar pretty often with black belts at my gym, and they're so good, so fast. Games haven't started yet. Games haven't started yet. But we are just about to start, yes. Okay, 1 second. I need to go make myself a tea. I need a tea. Give me just 1 second, guys. I'm gonna leave you with some music. And hopefully, we're gonna get some moves soon. But yeah, game's just about to start. Round 8, 2 more rounds. Anish versus Fabi, next game. I'll be right back. Top game, yes. Is this feeder rating? Yeah, I would assume this is rapid rating. This is rapid rating. I guess Geary's rapid rating is pretty low. I mean, Ray Robson, the guy that leads the event, he's under 2600 in rapid rating. So they're a bit confusing. A bit misleading. Slightly misleading. Wristlock, takedown, submit. Yeah. No, he moved through positions well. Yes, I agree. I mean, he's decent. He seems to be decent. They haven't started. I think they still have 3 minutes. Let's go back to his. All right, let's go back to his no-gi. How about against this guy? All right, we've seen the first match. I only see 2 matches of his. Again, our boy Zach is on the left. The shorter guy with a bulky figure. Okay. Nice snap down. Good snap down. Good pass. Okay. Side control. Good control on the side. Not really sure what he's trying to do right now. He's trying to do some Ezekiel with some modified Ezekiel. Okay. That was it? That was it? Oh, he tapped on that modified Ezekiel? Really? He actually... He got a tap on that modified Ezekiel, I think. Yeah. Yeah, because he's coughing. Okay, that's... Huh. That was a quick one. Okay, this guy probably didn't really know what he's doing. I'm not gonna lie. This guy in the green. Bearded man. Green man. Green man didn't really know what he's doing. Not gonna lie. That was a modified Ezekiel in the neck. Like, this was the pressure. The pressure was with his fist in the neck. All right, scary, scary. What do we think of Zach? No, this is jiu-jitsu. This is jiu-jitsu. This is not wrestling. We're analyzing my opponents. You're in trouble. Whoa, Jur, come on. You have no faith in me? No. We'll see. Zach is good, but he's a newly minted blue belt. I have some experience as a blue belt. I think I can take him. He's not an easy opponent. Absolutely not. No, he's a tough opponent. 19 wins, very quick guy. Fast, low center, good wrestling seems to be. Flying armbar, I don't do flying stuff. No. I don't do flying stuff. All right, back to chess. Thank you. Back to chess and back to tea. Cheers, guys. The question is, what's my strategy? How should I approach the match? I'm trying to think about my approach to the match. I'm not gonna pull guard. I didn't like his pass. His passing was pretty quick. So I don't think I'm gonna pull guard. I'm definitely not gonna pull guard. And I also am not even sure if I'm allowed without losing points to pull guard. Gioco Piano once again, Fabi, this time with black pieces. So I'm gonna try to take him from the top. I'm gonna try to put pressure on his neck, get a nice strong collar tie, then get some underhook, and throw him down. That's my plan. I look, I'm pretty sure Zach is not following this stream. Is Zach, if Zach actually follows the chess stream, I would be absolutely in utter disbelief shock. But yes. I'm definitely going to talk about it after it's over. I might even stream it. No, definitely not stream it. No. I'm not streaming it. But I might do a vlog. Yes. I might do some vlogging from there. Yeah, I'm going to try to get the underhook on him. Underhook, collar tie, body control, and then do a judo throw on him. Tell us more about the ICC days. What do you want to know about the ICC days? What is there to know about the ICC days? It was good days. Good days. Okay, so Fabi's going for this a5, a4 idea. Sometimes this is connected with some queen b8, queen a7 lines. So bishop b7, bishop b5, bishop b7, something like that. Or bishop d5, a3. I don't remember exactly how the theory goes. probably have to defend this pawn. So bishop b5, a3, and then bishop d7, sometimes queen b8, queen a7. The good thing for Fabi playing the Italian is that he's done a lot of work in the Italian. You can easily infer that from his routine at the US Championship. Question is, that's also an idea, and sometimes you want to move the knight to g6. So he goes for knight g3. Okay, that's an interesting move. Not for this bishop to b5 idea, which I do believe. Okay, I'm not really sure why this database is not loading, but I do believe bishop to b5 is the main move in this position. Knight to g3 is definitely an option as well. As you mentioned, there is a couple of options. Knight e7, knight g6 is one of them. Bishop to b6, I guess, is another one. Can we stop the knight from going to f5? Not really, not that easily, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense to try to do that. Because right now, if you go to f5, this doesn't really work. You go d5. d5, you can even take on f5 first, and then d5. Then d5, or even knight to e7, and how do you defend this pawn? So it doesn't really matter as much. That knight coming to f5 is not really problematic. You probably will get there at some point via knight to h4, but right now knight h4 doesn't work. Knight h4, I have knight g4, and in fact the game is pretty much over. That's double attack, right? That's why he played h3. To control this knight to g4 jump. Okay, makes a lot of sense for Anish. And the question is, what do we do now? What do we do now? Rook e8, bishop e6. That's one way. But I have a feeling that's not what he's going to go for. I think he's going to go for knight e7. I think the move is knight e7 right now. Bishop d7. Okay, I was wrong. So I thought that's why he played bishop b6, to stop d4 coming with tempo, and then you have time to go knight e7 and knight g6 and defend the pawn on e5 from a different square. A better square. g6 square, right? But he decides to go bishop d7. Okay, yes, and now knight e7. Now knight e7, let's exchange. I don't think he wants to do anything else, but maybe he does. Maybe he has other ideas, other plans in mind. I always thought knight, take, and now this is the question, right? I mean, but this is so equal, right? This has to be very, very equal. Yeah, I'm expecting knight e7. Have to address threat of bishop takes a4 somehow. What is some music I like? I don't think I have any particular style. How did I come to be a chess coach? Well, I've been in chess for pretty much my whole life. But after college, I experimented with certain aspects of being a chess professional, including being a chess coach, which is a very popular thing to do. Pretty much everybody, all the GMs do it. All the GMs become and teach at some point. Even Fabi gave lessons. A funny story, he actually gave a lesson to Tai Lopez. Is that his name, Tai Lopez? Tai Lopez. You guys know that guy? So even Fabi, even guys like Fabi, and I'm sure Magnus gave lessons also. Okay, not necessarily as a coach, but kind of as a celebrity coach, right? Like that happens. But yeah, after college, I was like, okay, let's try to do some stuff. And I think I gave some lessons during college as well. But it's a very typical thing to do as a grandmaster. The Lamborghini guy, yes. Yes, the guy that reads books, yes. Yes, that Tai Lopez. Yes. The guy that teaches you how to date, the guy that reads books, that guy. He does jiu-jitsu also, by the way. He does jiu-jitsu also. That Tai Lopez guy has a lot of skills. He's interested in a lot of things. And the even funnier part of it is Fabi was giving him some tactics. He was giving him some studies to solve. And he was cheating. He was using the engine to solve them during class. Because the guy is like, okay, I don't know, 1500 max, I don't know, if that. And Fabi was giving him some pretty difficult studies to solve. And he was solving them instantaneously. Very funny guy. So, you know, you take some classes with Fabi, you pay a pretty penny because Fabi's not cheap. And then you just cheat. Then you use the engine to solve studies during. It's very funny. Who does that? Who does that? Boy, Tai Lopez. Queen C2, defending pawn on B2. Okay, alright. Attacking the pawn on C7 at the same time. Rook C8, setting up C5. He wants to go C5. Actually, I'm not even sure if he wants to go C5, but perhaps he wants to go C5. The thing about Queen C2 is that it also sets up some ideas. Oh yeah, that guy. Wait. But can you go E5 now? This is a bit worrisome, right? Take an E6, something like that. Like, this is what I'm worried about. At some point, you're gonna be able to increase the pressure on that knight on G6. That's what I'm worried about with the queen on C2. E5, E6 plan. I think E5 has to be played. I think it's going well. I'm not sure. I think it's going well. It was a marketing move. Fabi would have made him. What? But yes, I think he was just trying to show off in front of his friends that he can take classes from like this best player, or like one of the best players, and still solve everything. He played rook e3, by the way. He did not play e5. I was expecting him to play e5. He played rook e3, rook e8, rook e1. So he's doubling up on the e file. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like this too much. Now e5 is a bit more difficult for white, for the simple fact that after e5 I go knight d5 and that hits the rook on e3. So e5, knight d5, and that comes with a tempo. So I'm trying to understand what white wants to do. What's his plan? And perhaps his plan is to just wait. Yeah, knight f4 seems good. Normal move. Very normal move. I guess maybe knight f5 or now e5. Maybe e5, knight d5. Something like rook e4, something like that. I'm making moves, and as you can see, the engine keeps telling me that they're bad moves. Why no more Petrov from Fabi? That's a good question. I think he just doesn't want to play the Petrov in. I think he's just. It's not because the Petrov is a bad opening. He just doesn't want to play it. It's a good line. It's a good opening though. It's a great opening. Okay, let's try to come up with some ideas. Generally, rook a8, defending pawn on c7, that made a lot of sense. At the same time, I'm trying to come up with an active plan and I don't see it. That's the issue that I'm spotting in the position for a Black's camp, is that he just simply doesn't have an immediate active plan in the position. And he also wants, yeah, sure, I mean, he wants to play for a win, but you can play for a win in the Petrov as well. It's a bit more difficult, especially depending on what white does, but you can definitely play for a win in the Petrov as well. Okay. But again, the question and the problem he needs to solve right now, Fabi that is, he needs to make a move. He needs to find a plan in the position. And I'm not finding the active plan. Generally, you play the rook c8 move. You want to go c5. The problem with c5, and by the way, he played c5. He just played c5. Yeah, that's a very human move that you go for. You just want to go c5 whenever you put the rook on c8. What I'm worried about is that once I go d5, which he probably will do, he did, and the computer doesn't like it. Why does the computer not like d5? I was worried about the knight coming to f5 and then a lot of threats on d6. e5 as well. I mean, the engine is just like toying with me. It's telling me that, well, it's not only with me, with everybody's moves. Queen d7, okay. What's this queen d7? Ah, he wants to connect the pawns. He wants to go b5. He wants to start pushing. Knight f5, I'm guessing. Get the knight into a more active position. Attack d6. No, knight d5 doesn't work. The queen defends. That's the first thing I saw as well. But the queen defends the knight on f5. So you cannot go knight d5. That's why knight f5 actually works. No, Black's plan is pretty clear. He just wants to push the pawns. b5, maybe c4. Just try to get more space. The problem with c4, and you have to be careful about c4. Once you play c4, you're giving away the d4 square as well. So you have to be careful. You can only expand as much. And at some point you will create some weaknesses. So you have to be careful. Maybe c4? I don't know. Maybe knight e5. When we go e5, I take on d5. So you cannot go e5. Put queen on b2, but to what purpose is the question? To what purpose is the question? And another question is, again, how do I push my pawns? c4, I can always go big problem knight d4. So I don't want that. Do you remember meeting chess players you looked up to? I mean, Gary is always top of the list. I've met Magnus. I mean, I kind of grew up with Magnus, so I know him and of him for a very long time. Like I've played in the same juniors, world juniors with him. We're more or less the same age. But Gary is a big one. Karpov came once to Romania. He played a match against, I think it was against Istrețescu or against Nispan, I'm not, against one of the top guys in Romania. And obviously that was also, I remember vividly that experience as a whole. But yeah, of course, Gary is the big one. And to be honest, every time I see him, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of an experience in itself. It's always Gary, yeah. So he's a very intense guy for sure, and you can feel that, you can sense his presence. You know, he has a certain presence. Yeah. And he's also one of my favorite players growing up. Like I've studied his games, and he was obviously among the guys I was, let's say, looking up to. But to be honest, all of this, you know, I've now dealt with a lot of the top level guys, but you know, when I wasn't doing this on a regular basis, every single encounter was very intriguing, yeah, very interesting. I mean, it's always an experience to see these top level players, these, you know, almost gods, you know, in the mind of chess fans in general and chess players, like people that reach 2800 and those type of heights. They're obviously always going to be viewed in a certain regard, right? If that makes sense. Okay, c4, and the engine is laughing. The engine is saying, no, you shouldn't have played c4. My guess is that it's because of this move knight d4, right? Is that it? Yeah, knight d4 is unpleasant. Knight d4 seems to be a good move. Again, knight c6 is a problem, knight f5 is a problem. The b5 pawn is a problem as well, and the question is, how did this pawn on c4 improve your situation? My guess is that you want to go knight d3. And now where do you put the rook? Rook a1, right? And how do you continue? How do you improve? Maybe knight c5 to attack the pawn on e4. Why is the engine really hating this position for black? Because I'm taking on e4 next. I have some pressure on b3 as well. Why is the engine hating this position so much for black? I'm a little bit puzzled by the assessment. Maybe take queen c2, something like this, like easy play like that. Just defend pawn on e4, start looking at pawn on c4, maybe. And if you go knight d3 back, then you go knight c6. I think this is what he wants. Okay, b takes c4 was the move. B takes c4. Now again, we're expecting knight d4. Right? Is that what we're expecting, guys? Knight d4, knight d3. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. This is the line we sort of anticipated. But we anticipated it with the pawns on b3 and b5. Which my guess is that it was a better version for white. At the same time, even this looks very, very decent. After like rook a1 or rook b1. Maybe even rook b1 now that the b file is open. So I don't know. I can't say, look, I'm a Benoni player. I've been a Benoni player for a long time. When I was active, when I was experimenting. It's a very suspicious opening. It is a very suspicious opening. Even when you feel you have a great position, you're still kind of struggling. Even when you feel and it looks like you have a great position, you're still kind of struggling. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to assess this one. But again, this is rapid play. I would say the position remains complex, which is a good thing. While Anish thinks, let's jump around. Let's take a look at what's happening between Ray and Jan. Is Jan playing the Grunfeld? Yeah, Jan is playing the Grunfeld. Jan is looking to win. Okay, this bishop c4 line, bishop g4, bishop d7. This is actually what I play as well with black sometimes. Queen d2, take, queen a5. Queen b2. Right? I think I lost the game against Ray in this line. I'm not 100% sure. I did lose against Ray in the Grunfeld with both white and black, but trying to remember whether any of them was in this line. I don't think it was. Okay, bishop f6. h5 makes a lot of... No, h5 you take. Can you take on b7? Can you take that pawn? Why not? I think we're going to see this trade. I'm going to take the pawn on b7 and you're going to take the pawn on h4. But then d5 is coming. I don't know. I don't know. Bishop b7 maybe is going to be met by rook b8, so I don't like that. d5 seems to be the right move at some point, though probably d5 right now, knight d5 might be problematic. We might see something like this. We might see something like this. This is the position in this one. Let's move on. Definitely a complex. Whoa. Okay. I have to go back. I have to go back to our marquee matchup, the Fabi game. What just happened? Knight f5, really? Knight f5? You're just giving me the exchange? I guess you want to go rook g3. Is this game over after rook g3? Ah, it's game over. I cannot take the exchange. Do not take the exchange. Do not take the exchange. You get checkmated. Boom. Nothing protects this. Can just take. Pin. Rook takes g6. Queen h6. Queen g7 is coming back. It's not looking good. So how do we defend, guys? How do we defend? Any ideas? How do we defend? And why is this move? Why does it have the question mark attached to it? Sound like king h7 followed by g6? Nope. Nope. Yeah, for obvious reasons. So not that. But then what? If not that, then what? Well, yes, Lord Stockfish, indeed. I mean, you see the same. Oh, okay, we have a move. Wait, we have a move. Knight h5, bad move. Question mark. No, actually, not question mark. Missed opportunity. Okay, are we gonna cheat? Should we cheat? Should we cheat? I'm trying to figure things out. Yeah, he played knight h5, but what was the move? What was the move? Ah, maybe just simply knight c5. That's my guess. Nope. Okay, Stockfish, you gotta cool off, man. You gotta cool off. I'm trying to understand what the move is. Rook takes e4? No, there's no way. Maybe king h8. No, but king h8, rook g3 doesn't make a lot of sense. Ah, maybe it is king h8. King h8 and rook g8 now. No. What in the world? Ah, now knight takes c4? Is that it? And now you just take? Now you go something like knight f4 or like rook f4? Is that it? Ah, okay. Okay, some crazy stuff like that. King h8. Okay, that's a funny looking move. He played knight h5, which makes much more human sense. Makes much more human sense. Because you're stopping rook g3. Question is, what if I go something like this? Miss means lost opportunity for material, right? I think lost opportunity for just a better move, like much better move, which I guess king h8 was the case. I guess king h8 was the much better move. And my guess is that king h8 equalizes. Basically, now you might just need to repeat the position like this. I think this is what Stockfish means. This is the idea of Stockfish. Because now if you move the rook away from e1 to b1 or a1, then I can just simply take on e4. So you don't have that option anymore after king h8, right? I think this is what our overlord, our silicon overlord, meant by this king h8, knight h5 missed opportunity. So it could have been a draw. King h8 would have pretty much forced some sort of a repetition. Very funny looking repetition, but a repetition. What is Anish going to do? What is Anish going to do? In the meantime, is there anything super exciting happening in any of the other games? Looking at the Lekwang versus MVL, doesn't seem like it. Seems very equal. Jeffrey versus Wesley, also fairly equal. There's some imbalances there. There's imbalances there, but not necessarily something big. Oh, did he just take on D3? Okay, back to this. Back to the analysis. He took on D3, okay. I'm not sure what the winning move for white was. I don't think there was a winning move for white. I think the best move was to just go rook b1 or rook a1. Either this or maybe this, rook a1. But he took on d3. Exchange sacrifice for Anish, saying that he has more than enough compensation. More than enough compensation. In fact, perhaps saying that he's better. Queen to e2 at that point. No, we looked at queen e2. Queen e2 was knight f4. I don't think it was... No, never mind. Not knight f4. Maybe g6 here. Was Anish scared of the passer? Maybe. To be honest, this does feel like a sacrifice, which leads to a position in which Anish doesn't really risk much. So I don't think white is risking too much, despite the fact that you're in exchange down, you have plenty of compensation. These two knights are just too powerful. And if I manage to land, which I will land the knight on c6 at one point, if I really want to, then most likely black is going to be somewhat forced to take on c6. I will not be back for Sigfrid, no. No, that's... I'm not doing any more commentary for official broadcasts for the rest of the year. So I'm not doing this one or Sigfrid. Maybe at some point I'll do... Whoa! Ouch. I wouldn't say Anish is necessarily trying to draw, but this is not good. This seems to be a mistake. What in the world was g6? Why did he have to do this? Why did he do this? Why did Fabi do this? The only explanation is that he wants to go f5 after knight g4. This is the only explanation. He might have missed something though, like queen d2 or something. Queen d2 I think wins. Now knight g4 is coming next move, and there's no more f5 because of queen h6. Yeah, this is not looking good. Not looking good. Yeah, he got excited about this f5 prospect, but white is not forced to go back. That's one thing about Fabi, he always tries to complicate things, complicate matters. I did not know. No, yeah, queen d2. Bad. Now it's really bad. Now it's really bad. My guess is that he wants to go f5. f5 and trap the knight. You cannot take because I take on h6. Even this you might have some sort of perpetual. The problem is after f5 I think knight e6 just kills you on the spot. Like, look at these knights. Knight is coming back to g5. Knight f7 is a big threat. So for example, if you take knight f7, take a look at this move. You cannot touch this knight because of because of knight g5. And if you don't touch the knight, then queen h6 is coming. You get checkmated. These knights, they're just too strong. They're just too strong. Yeah, I think queen d2 was just missed. I don't know exactly what he missed, but queen d2 was what he underestimated. Whoa. No. What's Ray doing? Let's see. Ray versus Anish. Ray versus Jan, sorry. Bishop f6. Bishop f2, defending pawn on h4. b6, defending pawn on b7. Bishop e1, queen h5. What in the world is happening? There's so many missed. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, so I mean, Ray just picked up a piece. Ray just picked up a piece. Okay, back to Fabi. Back to Fabi. What to do? How do you continue? How do you try to survive in this position? After queen d2 is the question. I need to exchange the queens. Okay. Bit more respect in the channel, please. Let's get a bit of a break. Yeah, there's no way. I mean, rook c2 is just... It doesn't really matter. Rook c2... First of all, rook c2 I just take. Rook c2, knight takes c2 is coming. You cannot do that, right? Rook c2 is not an option. Okay, queen e7. We need to fight right now. It's just about fighting. Problem is... Fighting is not easy right now. He's trying to get the queen to f8. Okay. Yes. You have to defend the pawn on the square h6. Problem is queen g5, and if you go queen g7 and knight f5 is coming, that's what I would be worried about. What's up, Tyson? I'll be back. I'll be back at some point. Probably next year, but I'll be back at some point. Queen f8. Alright, what to do now? Queen g5. Look, this is rapid chess. This is rapid chess. You have to do your best. You basically have to put as much resistance as possible, because you know that in rapid chess at some point your opponent is going to run out of time if you make his life difficult. If you make it easy, then he's not, and he's going to punish you. But if you do make life as difficult as possible, then at some point your opponent is going to run out of time, and that's a good thing, because once your opponent runs out of time, even though the position is going to be great, even though maybe your position is going to suck, you're still going to get your chances. Fabi's moves are much harder. Yes, because his king is weak. That's the reason. He has a king weakness in the position. Knight f3. He's looking at this g5. At some point you have to go f6 as black. Problem with f6 is that he's just simply going to go back. Yeah, that's the problem with knight f3 is good move, because f6 to defend against knight g5. Then I'm going to go back, knight d4, knight e6. Queen G7, okay. You still have to prove it. Look, white still has to prove it. Not over by any means. White still has to prove it. What I'm worried about is check and then something like rook e3, rook f3. And as you can see, rook f3, my move, immediately throws away the advantage. So that goes to show that it's not easy. That goes to show it's not easy. So I understand. The engine is saying plus 2.44. And I think if I show the lines right now, it's going to show some crazy lines that are completely clean black. But it's not that easy. Over the board, it's not that easy. With pressure, it's not that easy. With you having to calculate without the engine, it's not that easy. I'm just worried that something like this at some point is going to work. Not right now, obviously, it's nonsense. But something like this. But okay, now you take with e5. Whoa, 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 whoa. He played e5. Is this a good move? I guess it is a good move. Yeah, e5 and d6. He's trying to go for d pawn. He's trying to push d pawn all the way down. He's actually playing a slow-ish type of game. Like he's not interested in checkmating. He just wants to play strategical game. Okay, knight takes e5. I feel it's a bit too slow. Like I felt d6 has to be the move. Yeah, d6 was the move. d6 rook d8, and now what? I guess now you take on d5, on e5. Or maybe you go d7 and then you take on e5. I don't know. As you can see, it's not that easy. Knight g5. Okay, now we're getting some chances. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. It's not that easy, guys. I'm telling you, it's not. Look, it looks good. It looks good because of knight g5. But f6. Okay, good move. Good move. Good move. Good move. Knight g5 was a big threat. You don't have time to play around with rook d8. Knight g5 and you resign. Knight f7 is coming next. So he plays f6. Well done. What do you mean he's... I'm not gonna get upset. I'm not gonna get upset. Breathe, Christian. I'm not gonna get upset. So the idea being that if you go here, I think you take and queen c7. You try to go for queen c1, exchange the queens ASAP. I think that's what he's going to go for. Knight g4 is on the board. Knight g4 is on the board. I think he's going to exchange and then go for queen 7, try to exchange with queen c1. Make a draw. Save. Yeah. Exchange and now probably queen. Queen 7 is one way. Maybe I can... Wait. Why don't I go for queen d7? Why don't I get ambitious? Can I get ambitious? Try to go for d5 pawn? Any tips to bounce back after defeating chess? It's not easy. That's all I can tell you. It's not easy. But a win, a loss, I mean, I understand wins taste much better than losses, but they're part of the process. And you're gonna lose. Like there's no such thing as players not losing. At some point you're gonna lose. You just have to keep going. I mean, you're gonna suffer a little bit. Then you just have to realize that, okay, it is what it is. Basically, it is. You know, it sounds cliche, but it is what it is. You cannot really change the outcome of what happened. The best thing you can do is try to understand what went wrong and improve on that. And those improvements are not going to take effect immediately. You have to be aware of that as well. Don't lose your confidence and keep going. Keep playing. Keep playing. just keep playing, keep getting games in, keep trying to do the right things during the game, and that's it. Queen d7 is not yet on the board, but I want to go for the d5 pawn. Again, there's no magic pill. There's no magic pill. The music is creating a buzzing sound in the background. Is it? Is it really? Is it too loud, or? I mean, there is some buzzing in the music. It's part of the music. But yeah, again, there's no... I don't have anything. I don't have a magic ingredient that's going to make you feel better about yourself. Losses in chess suck. Losses in everything suck. The best thing you can do is just try to take it one game at a time and improve in the next one. We hang out? No, we're buddies. We're friends. We've known each other for a very long time. We're friends. I mean, we still work together. I mean, we worked for many years together. This is still me. He actually played Rook d8, which is fine as well. The same idea applies. Rook d8, and then you're gonna go for the d5 pawn. He just played Rook d8. I feel like he's out of danger-ish. He's not completely out of danger, but he's getting out of danger. He's definitely getting out of danger. I was not doing commentary then. I did not do commentary on the day that he played Fabi. Like, that was part of the agreement before the event. I said that if he plays Fabi, I'm not going to do commentary. And Hikaru is very cool about it as well. I mean, Hikaru was on our channel as well. So I took a break. I was scheduled, in fact, to do commentary on that day, but once the pairings came out, I told them that I'm gonna take a break and maybe we'll switch and I'll come back in the last round, which I did. Can I show the Robson game? I mean, it's a pretty critical position right now, and we're entering the final moments. Just to see it for a second. I see why you asked me to do that. There's a funny queen on h8. There's a very funny queen on h8. That's not a good representation of the type of position, type of pieces, the type of quality of pieces you're gonna get if you play the Grunfeld. It's a very sad representation. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty sad. Yeah, Ray is completely winning. But he also has 24 seconds. And Jan is going to try to complicate things as much as possible. It's a very funny position. The increment is 10 seconds. So now Ray has 10 seconds. Made a move. Rook d3. I mean, Jan knows he's busted. Jan completely understands that he's busted. He's just making moves. He's just making moves, try to put some pressure on his opponent's clock. Bishop d5 and try to create. But the problem is Ray Ray plays the best moves. Whenever he's down to his last 10 seconds, Ray plays the best moves. He's gonna play the best moves. Maybe knight g1. I actually kind of like knight g1. I think I'm perhaps missing something, but knight g1 looks very nice. Maybe knight d4. Some rook takes f3, some stuff like that, some crazy stuff like that. So this is when you start seeing ghosts. He did play knight g1. I'm expecting knight d4 very quickly. You gotta go knight d4. You gotta throw everything at your opponent. Problem with knight d4, I have... Okay, what do you play after knight d4? Knight d4, rook h3. Okay, this is easy. Oof. Yeah, knight g1 is a good move. Yeah, knight g1 was a nice move. I saw it as well. In the heat of the battle, probably I would be like, oh shoot, knight d4, and I'm getting toast. But actually, rook takes h3. Defends and attacks. This game is over. This game is over. Knight g1, nice move. Thing is, you give a check, I cover. No problem. No problem. And then I'm picking up this this piece on c6. You're a piece down. You're a piece down. At least a piece down. I might also, if you try to go queen e7. Okay, he took on e5 and rook takes h3. Yeah. Unless I'm missing something, then this is very close. Okay, rook takes f3 maybe. Is that what it is? Is rook f3 the move? Like, how do you even continue the game after rook takes h3? Your queen is trapped. Your queen is trapped. So how do you get out of this? Like, what's the best move? Take? Is that it? No, but take it, just take. I mean, okay, good luck. Good luck. Alright, it's a fun game, but let's get back to Fabi. Let's get back to Fabi. What's happening in this one? Alright, so rook d8, queen e4, queen f7, knight e3, king g8, g4, knight g7, knight d4. Our last few moves. I'm not sure why he plays so fast. That's just his style. That's just his style. He likes to play fast. He likes to play fast. He's a fast player. He's a fast player. I wouldn't say his house is burning. He doesn't have the patience. He built the patience for classical, especially in the last few years during the candidates tournaments. During the candidates tournaments, you see a different Nepo almost every single time. He's a very calm Nepo. He has this tea kettle with him, or like teacup with him. He slowly pours his tea. You know, he enjoys life. He's enjoying playing chess. He's taking his time, trying to make the best moves. Now we don't see the same Nepo. You don't have the same Nepo right now. Okay, take. I like this move f5. I don't know why. Probably influenced by the engine as well. But I like the fact that you're simplifying the position. Okay. So this, I give you a check. And then I take on e3. Nope. 97, never mind. So what's his plan? I guess maybe take, and now king h7, is that it? Probably king h7. And then rook e3 is coming. d6, rook e3. This is my guess of what's going to happen. Take, d7, and now there's some perpetual. I think I got it, chat. Chat. I think I got it. Something like this is going to happen. Nepo is a brilliant player, yes. There's definitely some brilliancy there. as focused as ever. He's always focused on his next competition. He's definitely focused. He definitely wants to win. Chat. Ray 1. As expected, rook c3, rook takes c8, king g3. Take. You don't have any pieces. You don't have any pieces left. He's gonna find king h7 for sure. No, king h7 for sure. King h7 for sure. It's kind of a forced move. It's kind of a forced move, right? And this is a bit of a different situation because now d6 I can take, and you don't even have d7 anymore because of knight g3. With the king on f1, you don't have d7. So in fact, it's a better version for black. Rook e3 is coming. I don't see a good way for okay, queen c2 maybe. Queen c2 is the only thing that makes sense because now you take on e3, I take back, and that defends the queen, right? Yes, I saw that. I saw the chess classic. I'm expecting queen c2. I guess queen c2, maybe rook f8. Is that it? Yeah, just rook f8. Just force the queen trade. Take. This is probably going to be a draw. You have a lot of pawns, but if they would be connected, if you would have gfe, then it would be winning. But hfd, I don't think it's... Yeah, he played queen c2. I'm expecting rook f8. Just force matters. Just force matters right now. Yeah, just go rook f8. Don't get excited. There's nothing to get excited about. I mean, you can also go rook e5, I think. Basically, everything that attacks the knight on f5 that forces the knight to move, and then we get the queen traded off. I think both of those options, rook e5 and rook f8, are okay for black. Both of those options are okay for black. The announcement is, we actually went through this. London Chess Classic is happening. It's back after like 4 years. I think last time was 2019. Now they're back. There's some sort of a closed event, closed invitational. Not elite. Not elite. But there's some good players in it. Kukesh playing, Hans is playing, Tabatabae is playing, Tabat Boy. The English grandmasters are playing. Vitikov, I think Howell, I think for sure Mickey Adams. Come on, Fabi. Attack the knight. Attack the knight, Fabi. Fabi, attack the knight. Attack the knight. Why did you not attack the knight? I'm sure it will, yes. I'm sure it will. Well, I cannot say for sure, even though I just said I'm sure it will. I cannot say for sure, because I don't know the details, but I think from my understanding, they're quite happy, or at least the organizer was quite happy with, and he has the funds. This might actually just finish after queen g6. We might actually just see a perpetual. I think we might see a perpetual. So yeah, I think WP Masters Is that how it's called? WP Masters? Okay, he goes for knight g3. Okay, I guess there's no risk. Makes sense. There's absolutely no risk for white. And these knights are kind of annoying to deal with, especially after d6. That's a good idea, Kyle. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, WR. Yeah. WP. I was like, I'm sure it wasn't WP. Yeah, it's WR. Yeah. Rook f8. Again, Anish is not risking much, so that's why he's still playing. I mean, even if you lose all of the pawns, it's still a very easy draw. And you're not going to lose all the pawns, but it's still a very easy draw, even if that happens. My guess is that we're going to see some either king to h4, either king to f4, try to go to e5. Rook h8, try to go for the h pawn. We're going to see d6. Careful. Yes, careful for sure. Documentary following Fabi's round of candidates. Okay, d6. Six, 94, King f4, we're expecting. Yep, keep going, keep attacking. Anish might flag. Who needs to be careful right now? I mean, Anish is getting very low on time. He's down to his last 10 seconds. I feel Anish is taking some unnecessary risks, as they say in the business. In the biz. That's how they say in the biz. Some unnecessary risks. Maybe rook h7, stop d7, or king e4, get out of some checks. Actually, rook h7 might be a problem after knight e5, because I don't have king e4 because of knight f6 and rook knight takes h7. These knights. Is Anish standing on business or not? Is Anish standing on business or not? Go back. I'm not sure if he's going to go with the World Championship. He's not playing Tata Steel. So World Championship, Rapid Blitz, unlikely. Tata Steel not playing. I really hate this pawn. Come on. Find a way to get it off the board. Get it off the board somehow. These knights are very annoying. I'm not gonna lie, they jump around a bit too much for my taste. Okay, go back. Go to c5 towards the pawn. No, especially for exactly what you said. You don't want to play too much leading up to the candidates and be completely burned out. Exactly for that reason. He's played a lot of Tata Steel. Actually, last year we were discussing it. Over the years, he spent more than a year combined in Tata Steel. or I think very close to a year, something like that. Like we got to some ridiculous number. I think it was basically a year in Tata Steel. He spent a year in Vaikanze over the course of his career. Imagine spending a year of your life in a godforsaken city in the Netherlands. Very bad weather, very miserable, but a great tournament. Very classical, very good tournament. Definitely a good tournament. I think this pawn is dropping. Is Fabi actually going to try to play for a win? He might actually try to play for a win. I mean, he's not. There's no way, unless Anish goes completely nuts. He's not going to win this, but there's always that slight possibility. There's always that slight possibility. Okay, so the d7 pawn is off the board. Good news. It's beautiful, yes, it's beautiful, just not in January. Fabi did some boxing. Fabi is working out. He's pushing himself. He's pushing himself. He's actually in very good physical shape. He's in very good physical shape. He always pushes himself. He always works towards the betterment of his physical shape. The problem is he also travels like crazy. Whenever you travel, you lose a lot of the gains. Yeah, there's no way he's winning it, but at the same time, you know, he might as well just try. I don't know. Let's say something like this: Rook A4. He's gonna go Rook A4. Yeah, Rook A4 is on board. Basically, if you go King E5, maybe now even this you're not really losing. I mean, it's just he did go for King E5. It's good, but the problem is it's not even frosty. It's not frosty. It's not like it's just cold, windy, and it rains a lot. Like, it's not the nice, frosty, crisp mornings that you get in the mountains with a lot of snow, a blanket of snow, beautiful, white, everything very, very nice, everything very pristine. No, that's not it. That's not the type of weather you get in Tata Steel. You get muddy, rainy. It gets a little bit depressing, especially if you're having a bad event. If you're having a bad event, then it's like the worst place to be. If you're having a good event, then, you know, it's a completely different experience. But if you're having a bad event, then... But that's the thing. It's very difficult to keep consistency when you travel. When you travel, consistency is when you travel and you play chess. Because again, playing chess, you play chess the whole day. No, I like snow, don't get me wrong. I like snow. But Vaikanze in January, it's not, there's no snow. Yes, very fond memories of the Carpathians, yeah. Nice times in the Carpathians, yes. 93 forces a draw right now. Let's finish this game though. We'll get Firouzja after we finish this one. Haha, exchange the knight. Okay, okay, nice, nice, nice. Okay, take on f5. Come on, Fabi. Take on f5. Yeah. He did. He did. Okay, draw. One more game going. No, never mind. Ali Reza lost. How did he lose? How did Ali Reza lose? Okay, he was lost actually here. Fine, 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 fine. What is this? Why not Queen e4? Yeah, Queen e4 is just Queen e4 is a draw. Opposite color bishop endgame is a draw. Not really sure why he didn't play this. Okay. Yeah, now he's lost. Yeah, very strange. Very strange way to lose this one. Take a look at the standings. Ray Robson, 5.5. Leading by 1 point, in fact. He won a game against Nepal. Remember that game? Crazy game. The only player rated under 2600 going into this event. These are, of course, rapid ratings. 2596. Leading right now by a full point. In front of Anish, Lequang, and Maxime, 4.5. Then Fabi and Sam Sevian with 4 points in 5th and 6th position. That's 50% out of 8 rounds. And Jeffrey and Ali Reza and Ian on 3.5, and Wesley really struggling. -3, I believe, 2.5 points. Final round, it's about starting in about 15 minutes. I'm going to take a quick break. And in the meantime, while I'm on a break, I'm going to leave you, do analysis of my opponent coming up on Sunday. My opponent, Zach. But unfortunately, we don't have any more. Okay, we're going to follow Zach in the gi. Let's follow Zach in the gi. Zach is in the black gi. I'll be right back. Follow Zach in the black gi. And tell me what you see. I'm not going to fight him in the gi, so it doesn't really matter that much. But we've already seen and analyzed his performance in no gi. Now tell me what you're seeing in the gi. What are his tendencies? Come on. I hope I have some jiu-jitsu experts in the chat.
Desiree Barrow, please report to staging immediately for uniform check. Desiree Barrow with Westside MMA Mamela. Caleb Kendrick, please report to staging immediately.
Oh my goodness, 14-0? What happened? What happened to our boy Chavez? Zach completely punished him. $21 points? Okay, he's a busy fighter. Okay, busy. Like stay busy. So I should slow him down. Now he's about to choke him. Time. Barely survived. But he got completely destroyed. 25-0. Yeah, okay, 25-0 is... He got killed. Alright. Next. I think there's one more match we haven't seen. Or maybe this was the only one. What else do we have? William Lyons. Okay, let's see what he did to a guy named Lyons. Alright, so Zach in the black gi. Alright, he's fast. That's one thing about Zach, he's fast. He's fast, short guy, low center of gravity. He likes to stay on top. Black is the best, yes. White, blue, purple, brown, black.
Caleb Kendrick, please report to the pit.
Oh, that was a nice trip. Yeah, that was nice. That was a nice sweep. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, that was good. I might try that. That's significant hair, yes. His name is Lyons. Okay, this must be a fake name. This must be a fake name, right? There's no way this is there's no way this is his actual name. This must be a fake name with that lion mane. His name is Lyons. No way. Okay, he's trying to take his back. He also has a Kimura, right? He has a Kimura grip on back, yeah. Has a Kimura grip. Okay, stay on top. Lyons is really trying to throw him off, but he's not getting anywhere. Took his back. Oh, is my turtle? Not good. I don't want to get in turtle. I do not want to get in turtle. You get in turtle or you're in trouble already. I would like to avoid turtle. Yeah, no, now he has him. I mean, he's going to choke him anytime soon. I guess he's gonna get some sort of a choke soon.
Timothy Joyner from Brotherhood Jiu-Jitsu. Timothy Joyner from Brotherhood
S mount.
Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay.
Please report to station.
Actually, no, that's not an S mount. What am I talking about? Technical mount. Maybe he's trying to go to S mount. Okay, he got out. He got out. And then immediately sprawled on him. Yeah, good sprawl. Good sprawl. He's fast with his sprawl. I'm not gonna try to take him down. He's gonna sprawl on my head. Not with double leg. Not with any wrestling moves. I'm just gonna try to maybe snap down. Maybe put a guillotine on him. I don't know. Oh, that's getting tight. That's getting out there. That's a triangle. Yep, that's it. You got a triangle. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Yeah, he's not bad. Do I follow UFC? I watch some fights occasionally. Watch some fights occasionally. 3 more minutes, I think. They haven't started yet, right? Yeah, they haven't started yet. They start in 3 minutes. Last round. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to stay this final round. I have a couple of things to do. I might need to bail on you guys for the last round. Let's see the opening phase. Let's see the opening phase. I'll take you to the through the opening phase, and then I'm gonna have to bounce. That's right, chat. That's right. Not sure if that's gonna work. What do you mean? I know you don't want to talk about it, but how is your tournament? What are you talking about? What tournament? And why do you know that I don't want to talk about it? What's happening? He definitely likes to be on top. Okay, 2 more minutes until it starts. Oh, that's on Sunday. That's why we're looking at Jiu-Jitsu. We're getting ready for Sunday. Yeah, his control over submission. So this guy is gonna be this guy is gonna be at no gi. But I have a couple of I have 2 brackets. I'm doing no gi and gi at the same time. Actually, I'm on the same day. And then we're gonna shoot a podcast. That's the plan. I'm going to St. Louis, doing some jiu-jitsu, and then I'm gonna shoot a podcast with Fabi. This is going to be after the event. Is Nogi harder to hold on to people? Yes. Much more slippery. There's no grips. He was stronger in shorts. He was quicker in shorts. that's how I'm going to meet him, in shorts. No gis on. Okay, so Fabi comes out swinging with with the bishop's opening. That's funny. That's okay, all right. I'm gonna call this one up. I think he got inspired by the series that we just shot about his games at the Sinfield Cup, and this is what Magnus played against him in round 3. He played the bishop's opening. I have not seen Fabi play the bishop opening in a long time, but I think he got inspired. I'm gonna call it. If he wins this one, I'm gonna take full account for this victory. Oh. I think he's saving that. He's saving that for a special occasion. I'm not sure if he played it since he released it. It's a good question. Okay, guys. This is the opening phase. I'm going to leave it at that. I will leave you guys with one little notice, and that is we're running a giveaway. We are running a giveaway. The giveaway is for this beautiful, absolutely beautiful, the Sinfield Cup book. Huge book. Very nicely done, covering 5 years of Sinfield Cup between 2013 and 2017. This is going to be signed by me and Fabi, and is going to be awarded to the best comment on YouTube on the mini-series that we will release. Well, we just released the first episode, first 3 games from 2014 Sinfield Cup. You can find it by clicking the link attached to this stream. That's video number 1. Video number 2 is going to come before the start of the Sinfield Cup, covering the last 4 games from his 7-0 streak, historical streak. And the best comment from now until the end of the Sinfield Cup. At the end of the Sinfield Cup, we're going to go through the comments in those 2 videos. We're going to pick, me and Fabi, we're going to pick the best one. And then we're going to announce other rules of participation. Keep an eye on the channel. But this is going to be the prize. So if you want to have, the more comments you leave, the more chances you have of winning. The more chances you have of being funny and winning it. We will deliver it everywhere. It's a big book. We'll find a way to deliver it to whoever has the best comment. We'll find a way to get it to you. It's a very heavy book. It's the perfect, I'm not gonna lie, it's the perfect gift for a chess lover. I don't want to unwrap it. You see, it still has the wrap on it. The wrap is going to go off for the simple fact that we have to sign it for you. So it's gonna go off. You're not gonna receive it in a wrap because we're going to sign it. So, well, I don't know. I don't know what kind of comments we like. I actually don't know. Whatever the best comment, and this is very subjective, obviously. Obviously, it's very subjective. It's gonna be me, Fabi, maybe our producer that we're going to discuss, pick, and see which one is the best one. But That's going to be the gift. That's going to be the giveaway. And let's see, who do we have on the back? Who do we have on the cover of this book? Let me see if I can find it, actually. Let me see. Well, the one way to participate is to leave comments in the video attached to this stream. It's somewhere up. It's called The Chess Machine. It's a mini series. It's about the 7-0 historical run of Fabi at the 2014 Singfield Cup. Unprecedented, unparalleled. Hasn't happened since, hasn't happened before. That was in a field with the best chess players, the highest rated event ever, at least up to that point. I don't know if we've ever had a high rated event since, but at that moment it was the highest rated event ever. Shipping worldwide. We're shipping worldwide. Who do we have on the cover? We have Vichy, we have Levon, we have Magnus, we have Fabi, we have Ding, Anish, Grishuk, Gatakamsky, Sergey is around as well. MVL, Hikaru, Jan, Wesley, Peter Zvidler, Zvidi, and Vesely. I would assume these are all the players that played in the Singfield Cup between 2013 and 2017. So leave your comments. You can leave it in this episode, you can leave it in the next one that's going to launch in the next few days as we get closer to the Singfield Cup. This is a celebration for the Singfield Cup. The Singfield Cup is starting on the 21st. It's a cool book. It really is a cool book. I think you can find it. Let me see. You can probably find it. I'll give you an idea. Singfield Cup book. Let's see. Yeah, it's right there. It's $50. You can buy it on the website for $50, but with our signature, I would say that's invaluable. Money cannot buy that. If you already own two of them, then I don't know. Vichy did play the Singfield Cup plenty of times, I think. But yes. Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. But I might do like a tea and watch party occasionally, but I don't think we're going to do something. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Why not? I mean, that would be crazy though. Magnus said it was depressing. For good reason. I mean, for everybody else in the tournament, it was kind of depressing. It just completely obliterated the event. Either way, guys, I'm gonna have to leave you. Go to the official broadcast. Go say hi to Yaz, and Tanya, and Peter. I have to bounce right now, but it looks good out of the opening for Fabi, and it looks good because of the time as well. Take a look at the clock. 26 minutes for Fabi, 19 minutes for Jeffrey. Definitely putting a lot of pressure. I'm feeling a victory in this one. I think he's gonna get it. I have a feeling he's gonna get it. So until then, stay safe, leave comments, and I will see you guys at some point.